Okay, guys. So let me address you all before we start on with our live. Before we start on with discussing more and revealing, not really revealing, but bringing on our guest of honor, our speaker of the day. So what we've come up with, okay, what we've really thought that people would benefit from, and what we've really thought that would help anybody and everybody who's trying to start their entrepreneurial journey, or anybody and everybody who is on their way, on their path to entrepreneurship. And I think, rather, we think that this is something that is very, very important for every entrepreneur, no matter what. If you're starting out, if you're midway there, if you've done something and collapsed, of anything of that sort, okay, guys. So it's a very, very important and very special topic, to be very honest. So the topic of the day, or something that we actually want to discuss, something that we want to discuss that is at the core of us, is the value of having somebody who can guide us, having somebody who's been there, done that, and helping us find our way, helping us, being that light for us, right? So I just want to give you a little introduction before I invite our guest. So the guest or the mentor or somebody who's, when I say been there, done that, if I'm bringing somebody up, his name is Mr. Rahul. I address him as Mr. Rahul. Sometimes I say Rahul, but he is somebody that is actually very inspiring. If you stay here till the end of the live, which I think should be like half an hour, 45 minutes, if you stay here till the end of it, I promise you, you will gain a lot of value. And that is our main motive here, right? That is why we're doing a live. That is why we're sharing what we have. If you stay here till the end of it, you will definitely gain something valuable, and you will take home something valuable, something important that you would have learned. Okay, so the person we're talking to is Mr. Rahul. He is, of course, he's an entrepreneur. We're going to discuss his journey. We're going to discuss his growth. We're going to discuss why is it that topic is also very important to him, or very close to his heart, right? So we're going to have this discussion with him. So I'm just going to bring him about. I just received a request. No, I've just sent a request, and we will wait for him to join in, and we will start off. We will kick off our discussion, and we will move forward. Here, we've got Mr. Rahul here. Hello, how are you?
Hi Zia, good evening, good evening, all good. How are you?
All good, all good. It's very nice to have you on the live with me. And what I've promised our viewers, okay, now this is something we have to stand up to. I've promised our viewers that if they stay towards the end of the live, or if they watch the entire live with us, they will definitely gain something out of it. There'll definitely be a value that they will take back home, and even imply if they, if they go ahead with it. So do you think we
Okay.
can do this?
I would say that I will share my experiences very genuinely. So I'll
Mhm.
put my heart, and I believe they would take away something from real-time experiences of more than 5 years, and that should for sure help them, to take away something.
Right.
So that
Okay.
would be my promise from my
That
side.
okay. I think that is good enough. That is good
Yeah.
enough for people to know. Okay, so let me introduce the topic. Okay, I've just spoken around it. So the
Okay.
topic, or the main thing that we want to talk about, which is, which is very important to us as entrepreneurs and us as people also, is the importance of mentorship, especially for entrepreneurs, because we've narrowed it down a little bit because we're addressing entrepreneurs. So our topic of the day is importance of mentorship for entrepreneurs. Right, so I'm like, we're gonna have a small discussion around this, and as you said, we'll pour out our heart and let people take whatever they can take from it.
Yes, yes.
Right. Okay. So first, what I want to really ask you is, we're talking about entrepreneurship, right? We're talking about finding our way. We're talking about all of this. So when did you realize that you wanted to be an entrepreneur? And a little background story, probably. Do you think you can help us with that?
Okay, yeah, yeah. So though it's a difficult question because it's like you're taking me back, to like almost 5 years back. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But to be very honest, yeah, I think it was not a planned activity. It happened over a period of time, and I would say it was जैसे वो होता है ना, we call it as a defining moment. Right now,
Mm-hmm.
we all have that defining moment where we take a decision that I should do something different, right?
Right.
Because yeah, to be very honest, everything was good as I've shared previously also, right? I think it applies to both of us, right? We were born and brought up in a good way. We had good schooling, I think we had good graduation. And as long as I talk about myself, I was doing a good job also. So ऐसा नहीं था कि है ना, I thought at the age of 18 or 20, that I want to be a startup guy, right? Or I
Right.
want to start something of that was never a plan, to be very honest, right? I was going with the
Mm-hmm.
flow because
Right.
for me those were the only options available. But after being there for some time, when I was around 24, 25, and realizing the fact that it's not making me have everything that I want, or it's not giving me that ultimate happiness, you understand? It's more
Right.
of, I'm part of a crowd, I'm doing what everybody is doing, right? And I'm no different from anybody else. So that made me, look out for things, and that made me more open 5 years
Mm-hmm.
back. And I would say, Zia, I always tell this, okay? When your receiver antenna is open, right? I always tell this to my people, when I mentor them. When your receiving antenna is open, you
Mm-hmm.
will find something from somewhere because now, it's like your radar is open, your scanner is on. You get my point?
Right.
But what
Right.
happened with a lot of people is their radar, their scanner is not on. And that is why
Mm-hmm.
they say that I did not get an opportunity, something like that, or I couldn't start something.
Right.
So for me, it was like that 5 years back. So it was more of a flow. But yeah, then I took a decision that this is it, and this is gonna be my last ship. And I am here talking to you after 5 years, and hence we are connected. So that would be my real or genuine answer to you. That what
Right.
made me start, or choose entrepreneurship is.
Right. But I'm sure there must have been a transition, right? It must have been a transition mode from your corporate journey and what you were taught and how you went about then to what is it that you are now, right? Being somebody who is I would say a hardcore corporate guy, to now who is actually a go-getter, an entrepreneur, right? So I'm sure there must have been a transition. I'm sure there must have been some mindset change, right? So you think you can throw a light on that a little bit, the mindset and the
Agree,
transition?
agree, agree, agree. So here, I would say it was a 180-degree shift, yeah, to be very honest. Because today, when I look at it, the way we were born and brought up, okay, we were part of, and so if I can refer to books, so I've read this book, and there's this amazing concept called cash flow quadrant, which I've gone
Mhm.
through. And that was actually a game changer for me 5 years back, where first time I saw that I was part of an employee mindset quadrant, you understand, or a self-employed quadrant. And I realized that to be an entrepreneur or to be a big business owner, I need to have a different mindset altogether. तो पहले तो
Hmm.
पता ही नहीं था. I did not know that it's a game of mindset. I thought it's a game of skill set. And that's why you
Right.
see when we were growing up, we were always running behind skill sets. ये degree चाहिए, वो degree चाहिए, I want to be graduate, postgraduate, sorry to say, but might be PhD, double MBA, right? And I think I was also running for that. I wrote my GRE, TOEFL, everything. I was about to go for masters. Thanks, I did not go. I don't know if it's a good statement, right? I was about to go to US, but yeah, I would say the mindset got changed over a period of time.
Hmm.
And I would say the topic itself that my mentor played the most important role. And I would love to thank
Hmm.
him today. I am sure he might be watching me live today and he would be proud, right? That my mentor played the role, okay? Because he was able to show me the mindset which is required to shift. It was not easy, but I was willing to go through it. So yes, there was a challenge from a hardcore techie guy, a corporate guy, to being an entrepreneur. It was a 180-degree shift for sure.
Right. So I just want to add to this, okay?
Yeah.
Since you mentioned that, at that point in time, you did not have too many options, and that is when, you chose this path, and that was when. So let me just throw a little light on the fact that since then to now, very little has changed, okay? Like, although, your career options have widened, it's not just doctor, engineer, accountant. It's not just that anymore. It's widened up a little bit. And what I have studied is entrepreneurship. right? So I've studied what entrepreneurship is. And to be very honest, the way that we were taught entrepreneurship was, of course, much better than what other things are taught. And, when you're interested in something, you go into that. But when you are taught entrepreneurship and when you actually do, when you actually do a business, when you actually take on the entrepreneurial journey, there is a huge difference. And when I started off, I said that, I want to be an entrepreneur. This is what because that was the hype for us, right? It's the hype for me now that I want to be an entrepreneur. But when it actually comes to it, it is very, very different. We're not in that bubble anymore, and we're not, in that safe little zone anymore, right? So I think what I'm trying to get to here is that what do you think and how do you think the education system or young people, let's say somebody graduating, if any of these people want to be an entrepreneur or any of these people want to do something of this, I would not recommend just the course. I would not say that just do a major in entrepreneurship. Of course, that helped, but that would not be my first suggestion. So, what do you think? What in your terms or what in your words should a person do? Let's say somebody wants to become an entrepreneur, somebody wants to do that. What do you think? How do you think the education system should accommodate? How do you think they should accommodate entrepreneurs?
Okay, so see, I'm not sure that, if you and I can go and change the education system today because, it is the way it is and it has been running from decades. But if I have to put my honest opinion, or my thoughts here, I think sadly, our education system does not prepare us, right, or train us for anything and everything, right? It is a very, a defined process, or वो बोलते हैं ना, it's like very rigid, where that you go to school, you take a degree, right? And even I think our parents, our society, right, have conditioned us for that too, or not, that you
Yeah.
finish your graduation in 15 years of overall education, and might be either you run your dad's business, which is already set up, where like, because I come from a similar background, right? So I'm a Marwadi, my dad has his own business. Okay? So one of the
Right.
initial goal was finish my graduation and go and sit in my dad's shop. Again, I would have not learned things from scratch because it's already established for 25 years, back then, right? Or the other is, where everybody go for a job, which I'm okay with, right? But then you're not being prepared for something new or where you're going something. I think I never heard how to manage finances in school. None of my
Exactly.
system taught that.
Exactly.
Money, right? I hope you would agree to this, that even your
Yes.
schooling career did not have this, right? I would say managing money, one of the biggest skill set that
Right.
today people don't have.
Right.
Sadly, in my last 5 years, I've seen a lot of people, Zia, who made a lot of money, alongside and parallel in different professions.
Mhm.
But end of the day, we are still at level one only, or I would say level zero.
Right.
Because they don't know how to categorize their money into different buckets and how to manage it. Okay, that is something. Then I think we were never told to go and start a new business. You understand?
Right.
And I think it was
We
not
were
even part of.
advised, right? We were always
Nobody
advised
gave
not.
advice.
Yeah. It was always that
Right,
business is risky and it is not something like even our movies told us similar things.
right. If you watch the TV, the most idiot box, the TV box, right, where all the serials you watch, the movies you watch, they tell business is risky.
Yeah.
बहुत कम लोग successful बनते हैं. Only
Yeah.
3 out of 100, right? So be very careful. But Zia, do you agree that the world runs on business only?
Do I agree if the world runs on business only?
Right.
No, not quite. No, it does not just run on business. You tell me your thoughts.
Right. And what I'm telling is like end of the day, everything is business, right? Even the job that you're doing is a business for somebody
It's a
else,
business.
right? But we have always been told to play safe. Don't go into the risk
Yeah.
zone. Don't try something new. Make sure
Right.
your ship is always at the harbor only. Don't go in the ocean. You might. So
Yeah.
I think that was a problem, and I think that's where I realized that having somebody who can guide you, okay, who have been there, who have done that, and who have
Mhm.
experienced it on ground is the right person, okay, which can add on, I believe,
Right.
because I can relate to it when we were growing up. Zia, I think our parents and our grandparents were the
Mhm.
first mentors we had in our life, right? Because they taught us how to grow up in life, right?
Hmm.
But what happens is after 15 years, they become little irrelevant. You understand? Because अभी उनको जितना सिखाना था उन्होंने सिखा दिया, right? Now we are no more relevant to them, or the learnings are no more. Then I think in my corporate also I had mentors, okay, and I would love to thank them on this call also. right? I was growing there for 3 years because I have a couple of people. I'll not take anybody's name here. So even I had team lead over there, mentors over there, right, who helped me to
Mhm.
grow in corporate also. So I think
Right.
in every phase of life, you will always need somebody, or you need to have somebody. You need to find somebody who have been there, walk on that journey already, and who can guide you what to do, what not to do. So I would say
Right.
that we can do, but I cannot change the education system, to be very honest. Right. So I think there could be a replacement to education system, basically.
So you're saying that a mentor, a good mentor, somebody who can guide you to where you're going, is the real education system in each person's life, right? That is the one that can actually take you where you want to go.
Agree,
So that
agree. Like we tell, right? Practical experience is always better than a theoretical experience, right? So mentor is a person who have already walked on that road and who's telling you कैसे चलना है, क्या करना है. So I would prefer for that basically
right.
anytime.
So when you switch, right? When you switch from your corporate to your entrepreneurial journey, I'm sure it was not a one-day thing, but when you switched from corporate to entrepreneurship, I'm sure there must have been a switch of mentor also, right? So you were a mentee to the mentor in the corporate, and then you were a mentee to the mentor in the business, and now you have transformed since it's been 5 years of the entrepreneurial journey. You've transformed from the mentee, and now you have become a mentor. So, do you think you can share anything about that journey, about being a mentee, being somebody who followed and now who has people who follows him?
Okay, yeah, I would completely agree, Zia, that when I got started, a couple of years back, right? Now, because I was in Deloitte, I was doing good, okay? So it was
Mhm.
not so easy for me now to accept somebody else as my mentor. You understand?
Right.
Right? Because I thought I know it all, I don't know how to
Mhm.
frame it other way. I thought I know it all because I've been good in Deloitte. I was successful, okay? So when I came to this new journey, first of all, it took me some time to accept the fact that I need to learn something new again.
Hmm.
Because
Okay.
वो बोलते हैं ना, आफ्टर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम आपको लगता है यू नो एवरीथिंग. मतलब सबको लगता है
So
सबको सब कुछ आता है,
there's
बट किसी को कुछ नहीं आता
a
है.
yeah. So there's a
Right?
blockage there.
Right. That's a blockage. So that first thing I had to, break that thing, okay, where I had to accept the fact that,
Hmm.
I need to learn. And then I
Hmm.
had to give trespass to somebody. और वो बोलते हैं ना, मतलब, like you allow your parents, right, to teach you something.
Hmm.
Like at times you allow
Right.
your parents to slap you also because you don't have a choice,
Right.
right? You have to
Right.
go in the same zone where you give the ownership of your growth to somebody else. That, brother, I want to grow. That's my goal, end of the day. Now you help
Mhm.
me to grow. So I became a mentee that way, and I'm again so thankful to, to my mentor, for being there, especially my first 1 year entirely in entrepreneurship, before he left to some other city, and I was there, and I think that helped me today. You can say to switch from a mentee to a mentor, where now I'm able to help a lot of people. Or what I'm just doing is, I think I'm just sharing out my experiences of my
Mhm.
last 5 years, being very honest, rather than
Right.
just trying to have a guideline, or few rules and regulation कि ऐसे करना हो तो ऐसे करना होता है, because I believe it is very generic from people to people. So
Right.
example, Zia, let's say we both are working together, right? And if
Mhm.
you need an advice, I have to be more specific to you, right? I
Right.
cannot give you a very generic advice which I give to everybody else, right? Because your
Right.
thought process is different, your way of looking at things is different. So I
Right.
think one of the most important ability is to understand people,
Wow. Okay. That's
right?
very interesting. Yeah.
Right.
Good.
And I believe that can be the highest paid skill set today, if I have to rate in the term of skill set, that you need to understand people. Because today, when we work in corporate, right, yeah, we are used to giving technical answers. You understand?
Yeah.
SSA karo, do this, and it is done. Because we are connected to laptops and
Programmed.
technology.
Programmed.
Right.
Right. Hmm.
Correct. I
Right.
believe when you were also in your entrepreneurship and when you do your technical things, all right, you're connecting more to technology, right? You're not connecting to
Yes.
people, ideally. But when you connect to people, for me, Zia is the opposite person, right? I need to understand her and then
Right.
ensure that whatever answer also I'm giving to her, the solution also I'm giving to her, is she accepting it first of all?
Right.
So I cannot do it like a job, right? Where I gave you a solution and I go away from there. It needs to
And
be
then.
implemented.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that was my journey from being a mentee to a mentor. And I would say it's a difficult job, to be very honest, to be a mentor, right? Because people judge you, right? People think that you don't understand them because, as a mentor, you need to be a little strict also. You need to be a little hard, right? You cannot buy into emotions of people, right? Because success lies on the other side of emotions, true or not? So I think it was a tough journey for me to be a good person also and be a good mentor also. You understand? These are
Right.
like two different sides of the coin, right?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I
I
actually
hope you
have
can
one.
relate. I think you can relate
I
to this, right? I think you would have hated me at times.
Yeah, absolutely not. I do relate to you, and I will actually come to that. But I have one question for you. Very random, just came to my head. So let's say when you are a mentee, right? You have one person to look up to, and that person is, guiding you, being the light, telling you what to do, what not to do. And I think being a mentee is simpler than actually being a mentor, right? Because you have, I don't really know how many people are you a mentor to, but like you said, that you have to have the people skills. You have to know, when you are a mentor to somebody, just more than their professional work or professional aspect of it. So how do you manage that aspect? I think that is the most difficult bit of being a mentor, right? When you are a mentor to somebody, that is like, how do you tackle that, and how do move around in that ground?
Okay. So, firstly, I would say, Zia, I think both are difficult in their own positions because when you are a mentee, being a mentee is also difficult, right? Like I
Yeah.
said, giving trespass to somebody and allowing somebody to change you because change is a difficult process. But yeah, that's specific to you. But when you become a mentor, now you're dealing with good bunch of people, right? So I believe, Zia, that I was able to go through this or accept this because end of the day, I had a good intent. And also the intent is, let's say, if I'm being a mentor to you, right? So
Hmm.
my goal is to ensure you become successful.
Right.
That's the
So,
first clarity I need to have.
but what a tiring job, no? A mentor's job is, I think, a very tiring job to have multiple mentees and be now, switching from gaining the light from somebody to now being the light for somebody else. So, do you think you can probably share a little bit? I think I'll get to my mentee experience in a little bit.
Right, right.
But you can share a little bit into your being a mentor experience.
So see, like you said, it's a very tiring job. But again, now if you look at it like a job, it is a very tiring job, Zia. Okay, but as long as it is aligned to your end goal, right? And
Hmm.
people whom you are working with, right? You are connected to them, and where their success become your success, then it's not a
Hmm.
job for you. Then you would
Right.
love do it. You would give your best. You would give your 100%. And because you go all in the game of mentorship, right? Because you want more and more people to change their life, and
Hmm.
that becomes your mission also, right? That I want to change people around. I want to give them a different mindset altogether. Or you can say, I want others also to live a similar life which you are living. You get my point? And see a different perspective of life altogether. So when you have
Hmm.
this kind of thought process or this kind of intent, the job becomes easy. But like you said, if you're doing it as a job, where let's say you're
Oh,
paid for mentorship, Zia, I don't know if you know this, but people don't know this. I'm not paid for being mentor. You understand? See,
right.
you cannot take money for being a mentor, right? If you're getting paid for being a mentor, then it's a job for you, right? But
It's
when you
your
do mentorship purely out of passion, then it's worth it. I would say that would be my honest answer to you.
I think that is it. I think that is it that we were looking for here. This is the only thing that we were looking for, to have somebody who can actually share a passion, who can share that passion with their mentees. And I think that is the most important aspect, right? When you believe in something and you pass down that, I think that's what our parents also did, and that's what our teachers also try to do, that inculcating good habits, putting down your values. And I think the most important thing that a mentor has is, sharing the value, sharing the belief, sharing the passion, right? And I think on these similar lines, I've never been a mentor to somebody. I don't think I have. But as a mentee, okay, as somebody who has a mentor, as somebody who can actually guide you through what you've done and what you want to become. It's a big thing, right? What I am and what I want to become, and where I want to be. So making that jump is very difficult, and making that journey rather is very difficult. So when I started out, I think if most of the people on this live are my friends or my follow listeners, अगर मेरे friends हैं यहाँ पे, so they know that doing a live is not a Zia thing. Talking to people or actually interacting with so many people, or at least speaking for this amount of time with little bit of confidence also, is not a Zia thing, right? It's not something that I was, and that's not something that people remember me as. It is, I was a very quiet, very shy, very, I wouldn't say lonely, but I would like be in my space and I wouldn't really want people around me. So making that jump, and that's when I realized, right? Like that's when I followed somebody who told me that, listen, that is not the way of life. That is not how you're supposed to move forward. And I think the biggest difference somebody has ever made to me, I always say this, there are only two people who've actually made the biggest difference to me. One is my father, who is again my first mentor, right? He's my first mentor, and who is now my mentor. So these are the two people who've actually made the biggest difference in my life. So cutting to another question, because I don't know, go on and on, because I can speak for hours for the change in me now. But coming to what I really want to ask you is that, what are the, let's say, challenges that you faced in your journey overall, and any way that you've overcome that?
Okay. So if I have to relate this to how somebody helped me. Zia, are you
Okay,
there?
we're back,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So yeah, so if I have to tell you my challenges, which I faced in the initial time, where how a mentor helped me, to grow in the journey. So Zia, I think it was more of an unknown territory for me, right, when I started couple of
Right.
years back, right? Because see, I don't have hands-on experience. You get my point that what to do next, कैसे होगा, क्या होगा, I don't know, correct or not? So obviously, when you enter unknown territory, right, you're scared. You have your own thought process. You have your own self-doubt. Agree or not? Ki,
Right.
will I be able to make it? Can I do this? I always tell the biggest fear people have is, can I do it? Because,
Right.
somewhere you have this problem, if I fail, how will I show my face to other people, right?
Right.
अभी मैंने इतने लोगों को बोला है and all of that, right? So I think this is where my mentor came into picture, where
Mhm.
first of all he helped me to instill self-belief in me that
Mhm.
if he can do it, I can do it, right?
So we can
Because
do it.
no, I think yeah, the simple line he told me that you and I are no different, right? I am also like you and you are also like me, and if I can go through this, and if even one person can become successful, right, then you also can, as long as you're willing to grow and
Mhm.
change, right? So I think the challenge which I face or a lot of people face is a self-doubt, right, of an unknown
Right.
territory, right, where
Mhm.
you are nervous, excited, that mixed feeling, but then and you are like when you're unsure of things, you feel like giving up. But that's where a mentor come into picture, who holds your hand and who tells you that you can do it, who looks into your eyes and tell you that I believe in you, Zia, right?
Mhm.
I you can do it. So when
Right.
somebody else passes on that trust on you, Zia, right? That Zia, you can do it. We'll do it together. I will be there in this journey with you, right? We'll walk through this journey together. I'll help you. I'll guide you. I'll show the path. I think,
Right.
this is where my mentor played a very important role. And that is
Mhm.
how I was able to overcome this challenge of self doubt or self belief. Okay. Which I believe if all the entrepreneurs, budding entrepreneurs on this call can overcome it.
Hello, hello. I'm so sorry. There
Are we
is,
back?
yes, we're back. There is
Okay.
heavy rain going on here, so there was a power cut off out of nowhere.
Okay. Okay.
So sorry about that. I'm so sorry. We actually cut the
No
flow.
problem. No problem.
But anyway, I
Right.
think we'll take it ahead from. I think you were telling us that if there are any young entrepreneurs, any entrepreneurs listening to this, you would like to share some advice, something with us.
Okay. So there would be a couple of things, okay, Zia, which I would want to, if you want me to, share something with the young entrepreneurs, right? Like an
Mhm.
advice, okay? Now, first thing, which I learned from my mentor also when I got started, right? And which I tell to people whom I mentor today is first having a clarity on, what exactly they want in life. Okay. Now,
Okay.
whatever field they are part of, like, so you are in a different field, I am in a different field, and a lot of entrepreneurs are doing their own stuff, agree or not? So the
Right.
first thing is, ensuring that you have clarity on ultimately where you want to reach. Yeah. I always tell that if you don't know what is your destination, right, then
Mhm.
how would you take a decision, right? कि मतलब किस direction में जाना, correct? And that is
Mhm.
very, very important. Okay, that is the first thing. And then second, yeah, I would say it is more of, also accepting the fact that
Right.
it will take some time
Mhm.
and it is going to be a journey as a roller coaster, right?
Right.
Because a lot of people want a quick result or an overnight success, right? But I think,
Right.
we have read enough quotes that, there's nothing called as overnight success,
Right.
you have to go through the grind, you have to pay the price. So I know that would be the second thing. And
Mhm.
third, yes, as a mentor, I would say that if you can find somebody, right, then go find somebody who is already successful in that particular field or domain, so
Right.
let's say when you talk about digital fields today, when you talk about traditional business world today, wherever you want to grow ultimately, right, in the form of
Right.
entrepreneurship, now you need to have somebody who has been there, who has done it, who can
Mhm.
guide you at regular intervals that what you need to
Mhm.
do, what you need to change in yourself, so that rather than I would say getting your hands completely dirty, where at times you mentally give up then because like
Right.
I don't know what's gonna happen next. It's better to have somebody who can guide you at regular intervals. That is very very
Right.
important. And
Right.
ultimately, I would say, Zia, I have one of the biggest message. Can I tell a small story if we can go ahead with that small
Yeah.
story. Okay. Okay. And I'll try
Yes.
to frame it in a
Please.
very
Yeah.
cut short way. Okay. So this is my mentor who told me this story, okay, long back. And I got a very good learning out of this. So
Mhm.
there was a village, okay, and there were a lot of farmers in that village. Okay. Now, obviously, in a village and farmers, so their profession is farming basically, okay. So every day they used to go to the farmland, do the farming and make money through that. Okay. Now,
Right.
it's like an old time. And so I think you can call this person as a priest or a Baba, whatever you want to call it,
Mhm.
somebody with, who is considered as, whom people follow. And, if he tells something, it comes true, basically, right?
Right.
So there was one priest or Baba going through that village and he got angry for something, basically, okay? And in his anger, he ended up telling to this entire village that for next 1 year, okay, it's not gonna rain,
Like a
okay? And like a curse. You can
like a
call it as a curse, okay? That it's
okay.
not gonna rain for next 1 year.
Mhm.
And what happened was because people used to believe in him, okay, that whatever he said comes true. So from next day, no farmer went to the farmland for farming because they thought if it's anyways not gonna rain for next 1 year, right? Then why should we go on the farmland, right, and do the farming? Better we take rest or chill for next 1 year and एक साल के बाद जाके काम करेंगे basically, ठीक है? But there was this one farmer whom I can call as an entrepreneur. You get my point. Now, this person, though he was belonging to the same family, I mean, same farmers, right? But he was going to field every day. So next day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, sixth day, every day he was going on the field, he was doing the farming, and he was coming back home. And all of
Right.
these farmers, okay, were looking at him and were kind of mocking at him, laughing at him. Ki, if I can say in Hindi, "Tu pagal hai kya?" That Baba has given a sharp, you got a curse already, right?
Mhm.
Then why are you
Right.
still doing it? It doesn't make sense. We'll not get the result, right? So why don't you also take rest? It's a honeymoon time for us, for next 1 year. Chill, okay? But this
Right.
person did not. No, 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, he kept doing it. And what happens here is now because he was doing it for almost 2, 3 months continuously. Now this is what
Mhm.
my mentor says. When nobody is watching around you, okay, there is somebody who is watching you from the top. Now,
Right.
see, whatever religion we come from, okay, what we follow Bhagavad Gita, Quran, Bible, Jesus, whatever, right? Doesn't matter. So, I always used to tell you that Parvati Mata is watching you from top. You get my point.
Mhm.
And if that God, or angel, whatever you call it, gets impressed by you and your work,
Mhm.
they will, ensure that the curse is finished. You get my point. So what happened when Parvati Mata saw this farmer doing the same thing for 3 months consistently? Okay, she
Mhm.
went to Shivji. She somehow convinced Shivji. You get my point. That this guy is working hard on ground. I think
Mhm.
we need to ensure that rainfall happens in that village. Okay,
Right.
and it happened finally.
That. Mhm.
And you know what, Zia? Now finally, when it rained after 3 months, okay, the only person's farmland, you know which had productivity was
Good.
this person, correct? Because nobody else was doing anything, right?
Right.
And when I heard this story, almost 4 or 5 years back, I got amazing learning. Okay. The first learning was, yeah, that keep doing what you're supposed to do. Okay. Because result will anyways happen. Okay. I would say focus on your process, focus on what you're supposed to do, you will get the result. And I think even
Right.
MS Dhoni says the same, right? Keep doing your work, you'll get the result anyways. And a lot of entrepreneurs talk about this, true or not, right?
Right.
And the second thing is, when you're doing what you're doing, Zia, you don't lose the grip on it. I mean, your skill set will not get spoiled. Imagine
Right.
if all the farmers don't do farming for almost 1 year, right?
Mm-hmm.
They would lose the experience of farming, right? They have to start again
Right.
from scratch,
That's yeah.
right? The personal touch. So these are my two major takeaways, which I would want to share with all the entrepreneurs, that focus on the process. Result will come for sure. Okay. Keep doing what you're supposed to do, right? Output
Right.
आपको मिल जाएगा. And दूसरा, keep getting better every day in what you're doing, right? Because in today's world, yeah, I think the entrepreneurship that you belong to, right? We are in a very
Yeah.
highly competitive market, true or not? So you need to
Right.
keep improving yourself by
Hmm.
1% every day.
Yes.
And in
Absolutely.
a period
I
of
agree with
time, you would see a significant change, not, in a short form of time. And I would say you would agree to same in your last 2, 3 years, 4 years experience.
that. Completely, I completely agree to that because if everybody is getting trained and if everybody now, or at least there are enough books, or if there are enough people on the internet talking about it, enough people getting inspired or influenced by influencers, mentors. So it is completely necessary for us to upskill every day, and it's very important for us. I completely agree to that. Also, I think it is very important. Not important. I think it's very not very easy, but it is easy now to reach out to people more, right? I think in the digital space that we are, that we are talking on an Instagram live instead of just talking one on one and sharing the value and sharing the experience with everybody. I think I'm just gonna sum up a little bit of what you spoke. um, Finding a mentor is very very important. Finding a mentor who you want to align to, not the other way around. Who aligns to you, no, the person that you want to align to, or somebody that you want to become like. I think it's very easy to reach out to people now. Everybody is, I think, just one email, one DM, one message away, right? And I think I had amazing learnings, like you mentioned, right? Learnings from that story. I'm having amazing learnings from this story that is happening right now, right? So I think all in all, what I have understood or what I have gained from you, and I hope people have also gained from all of this, is that having a mentor is the real education system. It is the real way of moving about. It is the real way of going there and getting what you really want to do, whether it is in your corporate journey, whether it is in your entrepreneurial journey, whether it is in school, whatever that is. Having somebody to guide you, having the right person to guide you, is very very crucial. It is very very important. So I would really want to thank you for your patience, for actually coming on and talking to us, talking to all of us, helping us learn and understand. Of course we experience it, but then to understand mentorship and to understand what it is like straight from a mentor is actually very very valuable. So thank you so much for your
But yeah,
time.
I would want to tell some things, yeah, before we end this, okay?
Sure. Yeah.
I would still say that mentor is a very big word, right? Because, I think, so, when I work offline, I usually call myself coach maximum, right? Because mentorship covers a lot of things, correct? But yeah, I can tell you this, that as long as you are ready to learn, as long as you are in that seeking zone, you will
Right.
find somebody, right? Who will come and share his or her experience with you, right? So I would say mentor तो मिल जाएगा, coach तो मिल जाएगा. First, you become that person. You get my point? Who's ready
Hmm.
to learn, who's ready to
Who's ready to
seek, and
learn?
who's ready to change, right? Because like in Hindi or spirituality also, right? You all should have guru, and I think it has been told in all our religious beliefs also, right? That you
Right.
having a guru, you having somebody who can guide you is very very important. So I'm very thankful that Zia, today also I have my own mentors in the business, right? In my
Right.
journey, and who are still guiding me today to make me a better person. And I would say they still keep me on ground so that the success does not go in the head. So I would say mentorship is important today also for me. Like you said, I might be mentor to you or few other people, but I'm still a mentee to my mentor. I cannot be a overall mentor, right? I still play both the roles, 50% mentee and 50% mentorship, because that's when I'll be learning and I'll be growing. But yeah, thanks to you also, Zia. I think it was great connecting to you, and I think I hope I added some value. And I hope you are happy with the answers, with the promise that you made to the viewers in the beginning, right? I hope they would have
Right.
got their answers basically.
Definitely, definitely. So I think there is so much more that I want to talk to you about. There's so many things that you said that I just want to, know more about and keep talking to you. But I think that is what lives are for. We're going to keep doing more and more. We'll probably talk about more things that are concerning or that are, aligned with the journey of entrepreneurship and moving towards your goals or whatever it is that you want. So yes, it was a pleasure. I don't want to say hosting you because it didn't feel like I was hosting you. It feel like I was
Yes,
meeting you, that
yes, yes.
having a conversation with you. So thank you very much for being such a sport, for taking out the time and talking to all of us, sharing your value, sharing everything with us. And yes, I really hope everybody has gained at least a little bit. I wouldn't say that everybody needs to follow it, but I really hope people have gained from this. I really have. So yes, I think at this note we would like to end the live, and we would like to say good night, goodbye for now. To
Perfect. Thank you so much, Zia. Okay. Thank you to everybody.
uh,
Thank you. Bye bye.
thank you. See you. Bye
Okay.
bye.
Bye bye.